If you're a man over 60 and you're waking up 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a night to use the bathroom, I need you to stop what you're doing and watch this entire video. Because what I'm about to share with you is something that most urologists, including ones I trained with, are completely ignoring. And it's not your fault you don't know this. I didn't know it either. Until I came across a study published in 2023 out of a medical university in Japan that completely changed the way I look at prostate health, because it turns out the thing destroying your prostate has nothing to do with your prostate. I want you to think about what your life looks like right now. You can't sleep through the night. You wake up, shuffle to the bathroom, go back to bed, and just when you finally fall asleep, it happens again. You're exhausted by morning before the day has even started. And it's not just the sleep. It's the urgency, that sudden, desperate feeling that you need to go right now, even when there's almost nothing there when you do. It's standing at the urinal for what feels like forever, waiting. The weak stream, the feeling that you never fully emptied. And then there's the part most men won't say out loud, what it's doing to your confidence, your relationship, your sex life. Because when you're this exhausted, when your body feels this out of control, everything suffers. And you've probably tried things. Saw palmetto, beta-cetosterol. Maybe your doctor put you on medication. Maybe you changed your diet, cut out caffeine, stopped drinking water after 6 p.m. And yet, here you are. Still waking up at 2 a.m., still waiting, still exhausted. Here's why nothing has worked. And I say this as a professional doctor. Most treatments are aimed at the wrong target. The standard approach to prostate problems is to treat the prostate directly. Shrink it, suppress it, manage the symptoms. Saw palmetto, a herb that improves urinary flow and reduces nighttime urination, works for some men in the short term. But studies show that for most men with significant enlargement, it simply doesn't move the needle. Prescription alpha blockers relax the muscles around the prostate and bladder, which helps with flow, but they do nothing about the underlying cause. The prostate keeps growing, the symptoms keep coming back, and the side effects, dizziness, fatigue, sexual dysfunction, can be just as disruptive as the problem itself. What nobody is talking about is why the prostate enlarges in the first place. And that is exactly what the Japanese researchers asked. The 2023 Fukushima Medical University study looked specifically at what happens at the cellular level inside an enlarging prostate. What they found was this. The enlargement is driven by something called stromal cell proliferation. Sounds too complicated, right? It basically means the buildup of cells around the outer edges of the prostate. And here is the critical part. The researchers found that this cell buildup is directly connected to restricted blood flow in and around the prostate. When blood flow to the prostate is poor, those cells don't get metabolized properly. They accumulate, the prostate grows, and every symptom you're experiencing flows from that one upstream problem. Now here's where it gets super important. Pay attention to this part. The molecule responsible for healthy blood flow throughout your entire body, including to your prostate, is called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what relaxes the inner walls of your blood vessels. It's what allows nutrient-rich blood to move freely and reach every tissue and organ in your body. When your nitric oxide levels are healthy, blood flows. Cells get metabolized. The prostate maintains a healthy size. But here's the problem. After 60, nitric oxide levels in men drop dramatically. Most men over 60 have nitric oxide levels less than half of what they had at 30. And when nitric oxide drops, blood flow to the prostate becomes restricted. The cells accumulate, the prostate enlarges, and you end up exactly where you are right now. This is why nothing you've tried has fixed it. Medication doesn't restore nitric oxide. Cutting out caffeine doesn't restore nitric oxide. You were treating the prostate. But the problem was always the blood flow. Now the good news for you is, nitric oxide levels are not fixed. They can be supported. And when they are, the research shows blood flow to the prostate improves, cellular metabolism normalizes, and the prostate can begin to return to a healthy size. There are specific nutrients, several of them have been used for centuries in Eastern medicine, long before we understood the science of why they worked, that are now being studied specifically for their ability to support nitric oxide production and prostate blood circulation. One of them is Tongkat Ali, used for centuries across Asia for male health and supports healthy circulation and prostate function. Another is boron, a mineral found in specific lake deposits in Tibet, which supports the body's detoxification process and helps reduce the inflammatory response that drives prostate enlargement. These nutrients work synergistically. That's important. Individually, they have an effect. Together, the effect compounds. And this is also why timing matters. Your prostate did not enlarge overnight. The cellular buildup happened over years of declining nitric oxide. Reversing that process takes consistent, sustained nutritional support, and most research points to a minimum of several months before the full compounding effect is felt. Men who give up after a few weeks are stopping right before the real results begin. Now, I've spent considerable time researching which specific combination of these nutrients produces the most significant effect on prostate blood circulation, and I put everything I found into a detailed breakdown that I've linked below this video. It covers the full list of nutrients, the specific doses the research supports, how they work together, and what men over 60 should realistically expect in terms of timeline. It's long, about 30 to 40 minutes, because there's a lot of ground to cover. But if watching a 30-minute presentation removes all your future sufferings and shame, it is worth every minute. I want to be clear about something. I'm not telling you to stop seeing your doctor. I'm not telling you medication is wrong for everyone. What I am telling you is that if you've been doing everything right and still not getting results, there is a very good chance that nobody has addressed the actual root cause because they were too busy selling you obscure methods that they profited from. Poor nitric oxide, restricted blood flow, starved prostate cells that have nowhere to go but grow. That is the mechanism. And now you understand it. Let me be straight with you. You just learned something that most men your age will never know. Congratulations for that. But knowing it means nothing if you don't do something with it. So, here's what I want you to do. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment. Click it right now. It will take you to a free presentation that reveals the exact prostate shrinking protocol men over 50 are using to sleep through the night, empty their bladder completely, and feel like themselves again. This presentation has already helped thousands of men, but here's the thing. Every night you wait is another night of broken sleep, another morning of that weak dribbling stream, another day of planning your life around the nearest bathroom. You already know what the problem is. The presentation shows you the fix. Click the link below. Watch it now. Your prostate will be thankful to you forever, and you'll never have to spend a single day in your life living with shame or guilt. This is Dr. Diana Markson signing off, and I'll be waiting for you on the other side. Click the link below.